I can't promise you'll feel better after this, but I guarantee we'll talk about it, we'll laugh about it, and we'll go on with our day. So I recommend grabbing your favorite drink, grab your smokes, and let's hash this shit out. This is Talking at You, Season 2. All right, hello all, this is Rob. I'm talking at you. Tonight I'll be talking to Jalisa from Deal Me In Podcast. Pretty laid back, nice sounding show there, pretty calming. It's a little less yelly and in your face, which is pretty nice to listen to. So here's Jalisa. I'll let her say hello and a few plugs for her show here.
So I am the host, as he said, of Deal Me In. I don't really have a genre specific show. I kind of talk about life in general, anything from finances to relationships to the latest trends, anything, honestly. So if you are just looking for a good conversation, then head over and type in Deal Me In. It should be like a black and white label, and you found it.
Other than where to find you?
Yes. And there's also, if you're looking for me on social media, I am on IG under Let's Stay Inspired. And so you can find me there with latest content as well.
Whoa, IG person. See, I'm not that high tech, so. Jalisa, we were going over topics and she talked me into doing something on Marvel here. I know I'm a DC comic guy, not even that. I'm a Superman fan. That's basically it. Anything Marvel I know for the movies. So I'm going to be a whole lot of wrong. I'm not going to know anything outside of that. There'll be some quizzing tonight, but let's start out with what's your favorite movie I guess?
Oh man, I don't really have a favorite. I like when the movies keep going. Maybe let's just say the first one, because I think everybody was just excited to kind of see how they put the characters together and how they may or may not have stayed on track with the comics, which I am not an expert on, by the way. I've read some, I've kept up with a little, but I'm not like an expert. So I think the first one, because I'm a huge Iron Man fan. So
yeah, the Iron Man. Yeah. There was all those ones before even Avengers came out. Iron Man basically set off the whole chain there. But before that, you had the Hulk. I loved the Hulk. I liked it before when it was the other guy. I forget what his name is, but the original one, he did a good job, and then they rewrote it and.
Oh yeah. I like the first Hulk. Yeah, because I went back after Marvel, got really big with the Change series or whatever, and I was like, dang, we forgot about the first Hulk, because that was great too. But yeah, the
idea of Hulk's kind of unrealistic, but I do like the idea of it. I mean, yeah, sure. If you grew that big, you'd be dead when you came back to life or whatever. But. But yeah, so I mean, he is one of my more favorite characters. Like, I never read the comic books, but I do like the movie version. And there's Thor. I like Thor. As far as me being a Superman guy, I've been a Superman guy. Yeah, I figured Thor is the only guy that can actually take out Superman. So that's a whole other debate. But do you know a lot about the order of the movies? Do you have like a specific way you like to watch them? Do you ever binge watch them or?
When they started not Captain America, but the Winter Soldier and the guy who flies. I forget his name, but when they started the Winter Soldier, oh man, when they started that, then I went back and watched all of the Captain America to kind of like know where we are with everything, because it had been a while. It was a long break before they had any Marvel anything. So that was about it.
Yeah. The Winter Soldier, I don't know. I think that at that point they were just trying to introduce characters for the next line of movies is what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did bring up some lists because I wanted to be prepared, because I really did not know how much you knew, and I didn't look like an idiot. So.
Oh no! Clearly, I can't remember his name. Oh man.
Yeah. As far as the movies go, it went from, I'll read this list here. But Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2. Thor, Captain America, Avengers, and then it goes on and on. There's so many, like Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World,
Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Falcon.
Yes, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. So I really don't.
So
I feel for a lot of these movies, they were just kind of reaching out, trying to see what was going to be the next Iron Man is what they were trying to do, and I think other than Captain America, they just haven't really found that person yet. So we're going to see every comic book character Marvel has until they find the next Iron Man. That's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They may not. Do they find another? Guess you have to know the comics, right?
I guess. I mean, the comic book characters are so like far-fetched and ridiculous. It's the movies are doing a good job of rewriting them. But yeah, you got like guys like the Ant-Man. It's like, for me, Ant-Man is like, I don't know, that's like Rocky 5. Or it's like did it really need Ant-Man? I mean, or the Wasp, or they did a good job.
Wasp, yeah.
I mean, they were fun to watch, but there's a few movies in there where it's like, did we really need them? We really didn't need any of them. I mean,
they kind of wanted to just bring anything that people may have remembered from comics together, I guess. I don't know.
Do you want to try some, let's see, it might be a little too early for the trivia. Trivia is going to be, we're both going to fail drastically on that one.
We're gonna warm up before trivia, huh?
A little warm up for trivia. Seen them in recently, like might be like I wouldn't be able to do this either as far as the order you think the movie should be in.
Go for it. It's fun.
You'll try for it, okay? Like I said, we got like I'll tell you the order. I'll tell you the order. It was Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Captain America, First Avenger, Thor, Avengers, Iron Man 3. This is gonna go forever because it's forever. Thor: The Dark World.
Iron Man 3 was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I liked them all. I mean, it took a weird twist on that one, but it was a good one. I mean, it could go forever.
I thought I had to go back and watch that one because I was like, I don't think I liked that one. And then I went back and I was like, oh no, it's actually decent. I don't know.
It was a good idea. I mean, the amount of Iron Man robots they had was kind of craziness, but I mean, they were making something work there. And then, Then after that, they had Thor: The Dark World, and then the Winter Soldier kicked in. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And then Guardians of the Galaxy, which another Guardians of the Galaxy to me is like, I don't know why they'd even write that. It's like a cartoon. It's like why is that even a thing? But
I think it's neat. I don't know. Like a lot of people, if they really like the comics, I think they might have been excited for the movie. But I never read a comic of Guardian in Galaxy a day in my life, so I don't know what to compare it to. But I like Groot. I don't know. I'm a Groot fan. So
I got a Groot. One of our trivia questions is gonna have a really good Groot kind of fact question to it. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, then there's and Groot, the talking tree, talking raccoon. Like for me, it's like that's a lot. That's a lot for me to take in and try to put it all together. But
the raccoon is a lot. Yeah. And then go ahead. I think that was that the third Thor where they introduced like he went to another world or something. That one.
I don't know if it was any of the Thor, but they had the Guardians of the Galaxy too. Like no, that's when they all came together. When Thor was all fat and gross.
No, not that one. It was the one before because he went to the alternate universe and then he found that was where the girl from the girl who was from like Thanos, like he killed her entire species. Yeah.
Okay. Look at you go. Now see, you know stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Not comics, but the movies,
All right. So then it goes to Doctor Strange, Guardian Galaxy 2, Thor Ragnarok, which I think is really cool with the Thor way they
Doctor Strange is awesome.
Yeah. I like the idea that they took him where he was like a doctor and he lost his hands and everything, and then that is kind of neat. I mean, the way they pulled it together. And then after that came the Black Panther, which was a phenomenal movie. I mean, it was like it could have not been a Marvel movie at all. It could have just been a movie on its own. It would have been awesome. No,
its own thing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy because when it first came out, I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Marvel." Like he said, "Okay," I didn't know.
But it's also one of those ones I look at and I think, well, it doesn't really need to be part of the series. To me, it's like it wasn't necessary for it to be part of the series. So, but it was an awesome movie.
It threw it in, but then it made it make sense after. So
they made it all they pulled it all together, which made sense, which is why people have this different order they like to watch the movies in, because you watch them in the way they came out, it doesn't make sense. But the movies, they rewrite them in a way where you have to watch them in a new specific order. Avengers: Infinity War, Captain Marvel, which I think Captain Marvel, if they do it right, that could be the next big one, but they got to really be careful how they do that one. And they got one on the list here called
It was good. I think they could go with the first.
Yeah.
What is it?
And they got one after that on the list called Inhumans. I don't even know what that is. That must be a TV show or something. I don't remember.
Oh, no, that's a show.
Is it?
Inhumans. There was is Marvel? Is that Marvel?
I guess.
That's a show I watched.
It's on the list. I guess I'm going to have to watch that one because if it's on the list, it must be something that has to do with the timeline. So, and then you had the part 2 of the Infinity War, and that was pretty much it until now. And I guess they're trying to bring back Iron Man because apparently you can't live without Iron Man.
I think it was like I think it was more of like a real life character. Like, I don't know, something was going on where like they didn't want to like continue the movie. So maybe they're like, okay, we'll just do one last one with this and then we'll find a new Iron Man.
You're right. I don't think they're ever going to top Iron Man, but yeah. So now they got Shazam, they got Deadpool. They're trying to bring Deadpool into the mix. I heard they're going to try to bring in some more X-Men type characters. I don't know. Yeah, Deadpool's ridiculous. And and then they're thinking about Wolverine. Wolverine could be kind of neat. I don't know how they tie it in, but that'd be kind of fun, I guess. But I do like the Wolverine.
Did you see
movies.
the show that they made for like the spinoff X-Men? What was that called? I don't know. They're like a bunch of kids and like everybody had these supernatural powers, but the world was like weary of it. So like they hunted them. And so they like hid out and then kind of like formed together to like kind of like fight back, but they like wanted to fight in peace just enough to like be left alone, but not enough to like destroy the world. It's kind of like it was a spinoff of X-Men, but it was like a show that they made a couple years back. I don't think it wasn't the Inhumans. Forget the name though. I'll get that to you later. But
okay, yeah, fine. I'm always up for something new to binge on because I run out of shows real quick. So
yeah.
But like I said, I'm a Superman guy, so I've been watching that new Superman and Lois. But so for me, it's like I don't know. To learn all the characters, that takes on a lot. I try to read comic books. It's like I just get burned out after a while.
You try to read comic books.
I tried. It's like I just can't keep entertained by it. I like the movies. Movies, if they could rewrite movies good enough, I could watch those all day. Like Marvel does awesome. I mean, they just put it together in a way that just you get right in there with it. I was gonna do what people suggest you should watch it in order of, but let's do some trivia. I mean, it's a little earlier than I was gonna do it, but we'll see because it's a lot of facts in here too. It's kind of neat. Let's see how many you can get right. It's like 15 trivia questions. So
oh man, let's break it up. Okay,
let's break it up.
A few and then
let's see. We'll try your Thor here. What's the name of Thor's hammer? Kind of a hard one to say.
The hammer. I don't know.
Yeah, his weapons have names, I guess. So
Thor's hammer has a name?
Yeah, they don't mention it much, but it has a name.
What is it? What is the first letter? I don't know. Can I have a hint?
It's like a whole bunch of letters that don't belong together. It's first letter is an M.
Oh, I don't know. What is it?
It's Mjolnir. I think that's how you spell it. Mjolnir. Mjolnir. I think that's pretty much how it's said.
MJO.
Yeah.
MJO.
MJOLNIR. Maybe that's why they stopped saying it. I don't know.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
The hammer.
Yeah, the hammer. All right, we'll come back to the Thor questions because those are ridiculous. Let's see. Here's a Captain America one. How about what's Captain America's shield made out of? That one comes up a lot in the Marvel movies. The tie to the Black Panther.
Oh yeah, it's stuff from Wakanda.
Yep.
Vibranium.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right.
I'm like, did it?
Let's see. Well, that's a dumb question. All right, we'll try it out. It's a kind of a Hulk question, I guess.
Okay.
But it says in the Incredible Hulk, what does Tony tell? Oh, who the hell? What does Tony tell Thaddeus Ross at the end of the film? This is a dumb question. Who the hell is Thaddeus Ross?
Is that the character's real life name or?
I don't even know. I don't know how this question got on my list. I would not have picked this one. No, we're gonna scrap that question. This Tony tells him that they were putting a team together. That's ridiculous. I don't think that even was a character. All right.
I probably should know that.
I'm not doing that one either. I should have read these questions over first.
What was it? Wait, what was the other one?
Well, this one's another one just like that. It's like the Flurkins are a race of extremely dangerous aliens that resemble what? Like what?
Oh.
Do you know this one?
Oh, yeah, those were the ones with Marvel. I mean, not Marvel. Captain Marvel. It was in the Captain Marvel movie, but I don't know. I don't know the answer, but those were the little aliens in Captain Marvel, I believe.
All right, you might get
someone who's listening. If I'm wrong, it's fine.
All right, you might get half a point for half knowing that one, because I wouldn't even have a clue what he was talking about. So, right.
I'll take
it. All right. So here's one that's Iron Man question. Here we go. Iron Man, maybe a little bit of another movie. So before becoming Vision, what is the name of Iron Man's AI butler? So
Jarvis.
Hey, there you go. That was pretty good, because I didn't realize, I forgot that Vision was Jarvis there. So it's like, that was
Vision is Jarvis. Yeah, his voice. I heard that like when I watched WandaVision, I was like, oh yeah, he was like Jarvis before. Duh.
I forgot about that. So here's kind of a continuation out of that question. What's the name of the AI Tony Stark invented to replace Jarvis? That one I didn't know.
Oh, no, I know this. AI. What's the first letter? God, I don't know this.
F. I don't remember ever saying this in the movie, but he must have.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What is it? I don't know.
It's Friday. So I'm gonna have to
fact?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch all these, because apparently I don't know half of these questions. So
wow, I've never heard him say Friday.
Yeah. I mean, it shows a brief, so I gotta see what that even stands for. So yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch all of these. Here's another Thor question. We'll come back to the Thor weapons here. Who can lift Thor's hammer? This one that might not be too bad.
Oh, Thanos did.
Yes. But okay, this is kind of like a multiple question. Well, that's not the answer to the question, but that's also true. I think there actually might be 3 people that did, actually. So
who was the only one? Cap.
Yeah, Captain America's actual answer. But I know there's at least I know Thanos, Captain America. There was another person too. I don't remember who it was. I thought there was one other one, but it was like one of the last movies. Oh, it was
Thanos.
No, it was Jarvis. Vision.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Vision did.
Vision did?
I think so. In one of the last movies, I think it was one of those comedy moments where he just picked it up and handed it to Captain America, I think. Pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
It was just like for a second. It's just a funny thing.
I remember that. Okay.
Oh, here's the one that I was totally floored by. This is a Groot question. Who provides the voice of Baby Groot?
I don't know.
Never would have.
Who does? I feel like I've seen this before, but I don't know.
It's crazy. It's like, why? Why would it even be him? But Vin Diesel.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, why? It has nothing to do with his voice. Like, why? I don't know. Get his name in the credits, I guess. But it's like, yeah.
Really?
Like, I don't understand.
Wow. It makes me want to go watch Guardians of the Galaxy now just to listen for his voice.
I'm going to watch all these again. I was going to watch them before we did our thing here and get all up to date. It's like I just didn't have that kind of time. So. All right. Here's probably another easy one for you. How many Infinity Stones are there?
Aren't there 5, or is the mind?
See, everybody always says 5 because of the 5 knuckles and.
No, is the mind? Wait.
Well, you don't got to name it. You just got to tell me how many there are. But yes, if you can name them, that's a bonus.
There's a Mind Stone that Gamora got killed, and then disclaimer if anybody has not seen them all. There's that one that Doctor Strange had. Who else had one? Iron Man had one because it was in his heart. So are there 6?
Yes, there's 6.
Okay.
I always use it because there's like the 5 knuckles and you got the 1 center stone. So yeah, you got the 6.
I think it's because it was also the one that Iron Man had, but nobody like really thought about it because it was in his chest. So I don't know.
Yeah. So it's crazy how they put all that together. But yeah, let's see here. Well, you're doing pretty good on these. You're actually doing pretty good. More than I probably would have got. Oh, here's a super easy one, especially if you're a fan. What is Hulk's name when he's in human form?
Dr. Banner.
Yeah, Bruce Banner. You got it. Yeah. I had to throw some easy ones in there, I
always call him the wrong. It's so funny. Like, I think I call him David Banner every time I watch the movie, and I'm like, crap. And someone goes like, no, Bruce Banner. And I'm like, no, David. Like, I will argue whoever. So I just say Dr. Banner because
So what do you think about the more humanized version of Hulk, where he can actually be normal when he's Hulk? Is that weird, or do you like that version they do for him now?
I think I like it better. It was funny. I like how they had the variations. I think they did a really good job, because in the one where they were stuck in the alternate reality, I forget where they were. When they went to like this strange town and Thor met with the girl whose home got destroyed, all of that. I wish I had actual names. This is terrible. Somebody's probably like cringing at me not knowing the names.
I'm like the green girl. I don't know.
And so when they were in that reality, he was like Hulk. Like, he could not come out of being the Hulk. Like, he was Hulk at all time, but he also had like that human personality. So he was like in the middle of like transforming from Hulk only to like human Hulk, where he could switch it on and off. So I think that they did a really good job. I kind of liked all of the variations of Hulk. So I think it was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of liked it. I like the rage. I like to know that he couldn't control the rage. It makes it more fun when he's breaking things. So
yeah.
Like, if he can control it.
I like when they add that in, because you have to keep it true to who Hulk is now. He has to smash something.
If he can control the rage as Hulk and he's still breaking shit, he's just a criminal. He's just breaking stuff for fun then. So it's like, it's not right.
You meant to do it.
Just meant to do it.
It was weird in the last one where he's like signing autographs, and I'm like, what is happening?
Like, none of that is okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Superman.
Oh, okay.
I just have to know why. Why Superman?
I don't know. He's Superman. He's like why like all of these other characters that have all these certain powers, where you can have the one guy that has all of the powers. So it's like, I can just focus my energy on one guy.
But I think Captain Marvel might be a match for him. No? Yes, no?
Captain Marvel, I don't think so. Because Captain Marvel,
I want to see that.
I don't know, because Captain Marvel's powers are from something different. Like, she's not powered by a source. She's just got powers. So she can be killed.
The ultraviolet, whatever, the rays from the little thing that bursts, and she got all that. And it's kind of like the same with like with Superman, right? I mean, kind of.
Sort of, but Superman can't really die. That's the thing with him, is he can't die. I mean, if there's sunlight, he'll come back to life no matter what. I mean, I don't know, no one's ever cut his head off, so there's never been that plot twist.
He did die. Did you see Batman versus Superman?
Yes, but he wasn't actually dead. He wasn't dead. He was just in a mode where he just, I don't know. They did explain that in there. It's like his body wasn't dead. He wasn't, because all they had to do is bring him, they could bring him back to life because his body wasn't really dead. He'd sit there forever, for eternity, in that state. His body wouldn't decompose. So he could be brought back to life. Only thing they weren't sure is what would happen if they brought him back to life. So, I mean, I don't know. It's the whole bringing him back to life thing. It's kind of a weird setup, because really all they had to do is dig him up and put him in the sun.
I had to watch that twice.
What's that?
That movie. I had to watch that movie twice because, well, honestly, the first time I think I fell asleep. I was not a total fan the first time, and then the second time I was like, oh, okay.
Well,
I got into it.
That's DC movies whenever they involve Superman, because they try to write too much of the story at the beginning. Because like Marvel's, like everybody knows their story, so all they're doing in those are just making a good plot and people want to watch it. For Superman, every movie they've ever written, it's always they got this long storyline trying to explain his past, trying to and that just gets boring. It's like everybody knows his past. I just want to get to the good stuff. So, but yeah, so I think that's where DC goes wrong. They just try to write too much of the story. But yeah. And then I don't know if you've seen that new cut.
Adding Aquaman, that was nice.
Yeah, I liked Aquaman. I liked it was all coming together good. And then that guy, he bailed on Superman. So it's like now they don't have their Superman anymore. So it's like they finally had it going where people wanted to watch it, and now it's gone again. It's like Christ. And then that Snyder cut. I don't know if that Snyder cut. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but that's like a 4-hour rewrite. I mean, there's no way. I can't imagine anybody getting through that in one sitting.
What is it?
Well, they rewrote it was one of the last Superman movies. The Snyder, he didn't direct that one, so he redirected it and rewrote it in the way he would have done it. And it's a lot better, but it's a lot longer. It's like 4.5 hours, some crazy number. I mean, I still haven't made it all the way through.
Wow.
But yeah, so I mean, I'd like to see a good Superman series, but it's never going to happen. I mean, Batman is good, does well, Wonder Woman does well, but if they're trying to tie them all together, it's just too much. Especially when you're bringing Superman. I mean, it's like once you bring in Superman, you don't need those other characters. It's like the way they wrote him is like he's universal. It's like, I mean, they always show these. Yeah. I mean, the last one where they're all together, they were basically fighting this battle the best they could until he showed up. And then he showed up and they just kind of stood to the side. It's like he did all the work after that. It's like, well, like, why do we have these movies? We don't need them. We just need his. So, but anyways.
Well, see, that's my theory with the same thing happened with Thanos in Captain Marvel, because they were all just like, and then she came and, well, she didn't really save the day. I mean, I guess they did what they had to do, but it was like still like so much despair. And then she came and kind of like was the final touch. Like, where was she when that's what made me, I'm like, where was Captain Marvel?
Well, that was her thing, because I think she even mentioned during that when they asked her where she was, she like fights for other planets too. So she's all over the solar system, fight other wars. Yeah. So she was basically just stepping in for this one. So yeah, there's so yeah, there's that. I mean, she is an awesome character, and I think they can do that one real well. I don't know if it's gonna be Superman quality character, because Marvel does have its own versions of Superman. They've done their own versions of characters that just haven't taken off, but. We'll see how that goes, because that's like suicide though when you bring a character like that, because you're pretty much just downplaying the rest of them when you have someone that powerful. So yeah, I mean they're being smart about it.
I can't get. I don't know. You facts. Everything you're saying, yes, it's true, but I don't know. I just it's something about the other characters. They have like a thing. I don't know. I like their story. I think they need to do more of Superman's story. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
But so, as far as, competing with Superman, I think Thor is actually his best enemy. Because, I mean, of all the storylines, the only thing Superman can't fight is magic. He cannot fight it. It's the only thing that can destroy him.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, yes, but he can...
They can take him down. But they can have him trapped in an alternate reality for forever. Yeah, he can be beat.
You're right. And then I always had this idea of Thor's hammer, because I don't think, like Superman, I don't think he could hold Thor's hammer, because he's got the human instincts in him. That's the problem. So I think he would be crippled by that. If Thor just pinned him down with his hammer, and that's all it would take. And then he's got that kryptonite weakness. So
just a thunderbolt and just have the hammer strike him. He's done.
And the kryptonite weakness. I mean, that's really the only part that makes the whole Superman thing a little unrealistic, because anybody could kill him with kryptonite, and it wouldn't take much. So
no, he's not as powerful, huh?
No, you just gotta be quicker than him. That's all.
That's funny.
This is a whole other show, because I can just get angry debating about Superman. I was like, I get all like nerd.
There was a show. Was there a movie when Who was that? Did they have Flash in one of them? Who was that who ran? Yeah, they did have Flash. Remember that with Superman and Flash? That was the when they like did the race.
Yeah, I think Flash is actually faster than Superman, but Superman can stop. Like Superman can see Flash when he's running, so it's like there's that. But
yeah.
So
it was cute though. It was a cute little race.
Yeah, I do like that. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. We're on Marvel, so we're not going to we're not beating down my guy Superman. I was like, even though he's the best one.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want to get angry here. All right. So we're going to take it back to Thor now, and we're going to start knocking you down a few pegs here. Because damn it. So when his hammer was broken, they had to rebuild another weapon, the axe.
Okay.
Do you know the name of the axe's name?
No, I don't. I know that there's like a little elf guy who fixed it. No, I don't. What was it?
It's called the Stormbreaker.
No.
Yeah. See, I don't know. They had names,
it wasn't even like worth remembering the name because.
Yeah, I'm sure they mentioned it a billion times. I didn't care.
It wasn't. What was it? Majumba? Or, I don't know. Whatever the actual.
I wouldn't even have a clue. It's like I'm asking you questions I don't know. So, all right. So
good question.
I think that was pretty much all my questions for you. Unless I start looking up some more. Oh no, I got one other one here. Doctor Strange. You seem to know something about him. So. What kind of doctor was he?
He's a surgeon.
What kind of surgeon? It's part of his what?
He's a brain surgeon.
Sort of close. It's kind of what made him the character he was.
Neurosurgeon? I mean,
neurosurgeon. There you
that's
go.
what a brain surgeon is.
There you go. Neurosurgeon. Well, fine. Use your fancy terminologies. Yeah. So yes, he was a neurosurgeon. All right, so you get a point for that one. All right. Let's see here. Nick Fury.
They need to make another. I'm waiting for another Doctor Strange movie. I think there's one coming out 2022.
Yeah, I think they got a whole pile of them coming out soon, like a bunch of them. And they're rewriting characters, like what we're gonna get into soon about the rewriting the Captain America character, or not rewriting, but reintroducing one. Okay, but one more question for you before we get to that. Nick Fury, the whatever, I guess we call him the boss of S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess it is.
With the patch,
Yeah. All right, there you go. Getting to the question. Which eye is covered by the eye patch?
His left eye.
Totally useless question, but yeah, it was his left eye. You got that one right.
Totally knew that it wasn't a guess.
yeah, you knew that one. All right, so that's all I had for questions because I could have kept going. I didn't know how many to do, and I think we might have actually skipped a few dumb questions in there. So yeah, you did pretty good on that. So not bad.
Nice.
That's all the fun icebreaker questions. Try to get, it's more or less just something to help us get reintroduced to what the hell happened in these movies. So, but on the topic you mentioned earlier, which we might break into Superman again a little bit here, but as far as these characters, with the Falcon, which I'm not sure what they're doing with him as far as his Falcon character, or they're going to mesh him, but being the new Captain America, which I don't know. I don't know if the idea of bringing back
Spoiler alert.
Yes, it's not a spoiler. It's in the trailers. It's like he's got his TV show. Yeah, they got their TV show. Yeah, him and the Winter Soldier are doing a TV show right now that kind of introduces that. So it's not really too much of a spoiler alert. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as bringing back Captain America from the Falcon, which is fine, whatever. But it's really what they're doing is they're kind of doing a transition. Like they're trying to bring in, other races into the world, which is what they should be doing that. And I'm totally for that. But I'm not sure if they should, just say we have a new Captain America. It should be, they should try, bring, like there's written black characters and other racial characters that, I think they should try to reintroduce those characters and write them like Iron Man, try to make them popular versus just trying to redo a character. Because I don't know how else it can be taken, and they might ruin the idea in the process. So to me, it's like, I don't know if they should do it that way. I don't know if you had a view on that or you're a fan. So,
well, what they did was, I actually, Geez, I don't want to admit this, but I had a communications class where we had to do a speech, and I was like, what can I like get in front of people and just talk about? Like, I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do Marvel or whatever. So I actually, I don't know all the comics like that, but like just doing that research, some of it, a lot of the characters that they introduced and created. Well, the reason why Stan Lee came up with all these characters is he kind of wanted to do something different, right? He wanted, like, comics had started, but he wanted to make it more. Like, he wanted something like that the world could appreciate more. So what he did was he created these like heroes. And the heroes were supposed to actually be like a relief for people, kind of like a hero in real life, like some, you know, how you kind of like binge watch movies and you find a little relief in a show or, you know, a happy ending or whatever, but nothing's really happening in your life. So
Right.
it was like that. So he created these movies and these characters, well, not the movies, he created the characters to be that for people, like around the time where they had like different wars. Captain America was actually supposed to be like a hero because so many people were dealing with the loss of, you know, loved ones during the war. And it was just like a lot of crap that was going on that people were just like down about, depressed, you know, the economy, you know, fluctuating, things like that. They create all these characters. So I don't know the exact years at all or time frame for the characters, but that's what it was for. So in the comics, I believe it was like a lot of during the time of a lot of racial injustice where they created some of these characters who were actually in the comics. Like I said, I don't know comics specifically, but I do know that they created characters of different races. And there's like a whole different world out there of characters that we don't even know about, that our parents or grandparents will probably know about. So they created those characters and they just haven't written them in to the movies yet. I feel like, I mean,
yeah.
I think it's just a way. I think they're just trying to like tie it in and kind of like how you said with the timeline. I think they're trying to adjust that correctly. I don't know that they're doing it with the comics, but maybe they're just trying to like tie everything in to where like it has like a good storyline and also like kind of meshes with the comics. So I think that that's what they're doing, but I think it's good timing. So if they're trying to stem from what he did originally to kind of like create this piece when we have so much crazy going on in the world, I think it's good timing. So
I think you're right. I mean, I like the whole idea of it. I just, like me and my wife got an argument about this because she's like, she totally loves, she just thinks everything just be rewritten. Okay. She thinks everything should have one and another. It's like, you got like White Little Mermaid, Black Little Mermaid. It's like, I was like, that's great and all, but I think there should be a storyline to explain that. You just don't just like have one and then the other one. It's like for me, it's like, if you want, I'm going to go back to Superman because the best way I could describe it is Superman because I haven't really done it in Marvel yet, but like, because I know.
Oh my goodness.
But they're talking about having a black Superman. So, and that's great and all. I mean, I like the idea of it. I mean, they should do it, but don't just say now Superman's black because that's not going to go well.
Yeah.
And it's going to get forgotten and no one's going to embrace it. I think there should be like, they should write it into the storyline where the original Superman just kind of fades out and then this guy takes over. Like he's related somehow or there's a reason. You just don't say, okay, all of a sudden now the movie's this. Like, it's like, no, it's like, no one's going to, it's just been written so long a certain way that it sucks, but it's like, we can write it away where it should continue on.
I mean, like with anyone, like just with the whole Iron Man thing, like you can't just like write them off and be like, okay, we had like this big memorial for Iron Man, and here's a new character like in the same movie. Like I get what you mean. Like not even like I think it's nice that we have, you know, equality with like all races, like from like Asian to like Hispanic to like black, white, like everything. I think everybody should be included in, movies generally. And I think that we shouldn't make it a big deal with, just trying to, I don't know how to like properly say, but I mean, I don't know. I just think that I agree that if they are going to reintroduce, first off, I don't really like reintroduction of new characters. It's just me, like, let's just stick with who we have because we've grown to love this person. We don't want a new one. So
right. I mean,
that's my thing. But
keep the storyline going. I mean, you get to make all that extra money. It's like you're not trying to get a new audience that's going to shut off the other audience. It's like just make all that. I mean, from the corporate standpoint, just make all the money. I mean, you have a whole line of multi-race characters. Like you're going to make all of that extra money, and not just from these group of people, this group of people. It's like, I mean. If you're not doing it for the sake of good and humanity, at least do it for the sake of money, and everybody else will just be happy about it. So I don't know. I mean, I
might lose a few viewers because this picture may not make sense. So yeah.
Or hell, just make some new character. It's a chameleon. I'll be every race you want me to be. What do you want me to be this movie? It's like, I don't know. It's like, God.
Yes. Yeah, just inclusion. Yeah, inclusion is what will make sense. But I'm with you. Like, let's just stick to the original characters because we've already grown a relationship with this person. Like, we don't even know them, but it's fine. We've grown a relationship, so they stay.
Or instead of having a character like Marvel's got, like, I don't know what you said, that green girl's name. Instead of making her green or making these characters that are blue, it's like, how do we actually pick a race? It's like, why is it got to be? If they do pick a different color, they always pick a color. It's like, no. You want to introduce it? Well, there's your chance.
I like the green. I like the green because it's like it goes with the space thing. I don't know. I might be like a space geek or something, but I liked Star Trek. So
right. I'm just saying. It's like the opportunities are there. If you want to introduce, a different race, different character, that's great. But do they have to be a tree? Do they have to be a raccoon? No. Make it a different race. I don't know.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know. It's like, God, I don't know other names, but I know the movie because it's just the whole time I'm like, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. It's the trees talking. It's dumb. It's a raccoon. What's going on?
I had Groot as back when we actually had like ringtones on phones. I had Groot for a while.
Wow. I don't know. Is there anything else Marvel wise? You sound like you said you did a report on anything else we've missed here that worth talking about?
No. I don't think we got the terrible movies in. We got the good ones. So I guess maybe, I don't know, do you know any ones to look forward to? I know they, like I said, they have Doctor Strange coming and they have, I don't know when they're set to do another Avenger movie. I think we're just with the pandemic going on, just kind of in limbo with that. I know they didn't want to bring out any like major movies that wouldn't be able to hit theaters.
They do have one that I think that actually they're coming up with something Loki too, a Loki movie. Loki, and then
they are.
They got that one that Asian guy. I forget what his that's I don't know nothing about the character, but it looks like that's supposed to be a really good one too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See if I can look that up. What is that one? They got all the way up to 2023 coming up. They got a lot of movies. Black Widow, Shang-Chi. I'm waiting on that one. That's going to be probably a good one. Yeah, Doctor Strange, there's another Spider-Man coming out. I think the biggest one they've been talking right now is the Thor one, Love and Thunder. That's supposed to be here real soon, May 6th. That's 2022. I think all these are 2022.
Oh, okay.
Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals, and Spider-Man. That's the only thing coming out this year.
They said something about another Black Panther too.
Yeah, that's July. That's July
2022.
Yep, next year. Yep. And then they got one called the Marvels. The Marvels in November 11th of the 2022. So I don't know. Maybe they're gonna rewrite them. They might be rewriting the Avengers as the Marvels. Maybe that'd be kind of interesting. So yeah, they're gonna.
I have to look up what I can on the comics to kind of see where. I usually go and I talk to my comic experts.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, where are we here with this thing?
Yeah, I don't have comic experts. When I talk to them, we start talking about Superman. I get all pissed off and leave the conversation. Nobody likes it when I just say Superman, kill them all. I don't care.
Die hard, Superman.
Yeah, all your characters are stupid. My guy, kill your guy. My answer is just throw him into the sun. Just throw him into the sun every time.
They should they should make, I don't know. I think they should do that. Like how I think my mom she's a Superman fan too. So maybe they should do that a little bit closer to what the comics showed.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see him more in like human form and then like how Batman does, like more of that.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
I think you almost got to watch the TV shows to get that version of them, really. But what was I going to? Oh, I know what I was going to talk about too. The female version characters. Now, this one I always have problems with. Like you got like the Hulk, and you got She-Hulk. You got all these characters, which they're making for women because they want to draw in the women fans. Which I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of far and few in between to really bring out a whole new character for. But like. I don't mind it, but then again, it's the things they don't ever make good story plots for. It's why they don't last. Like the Hulk, and it's like that's a freak accident that can't happen again. Like Spider-Woman, Batwoman. It's like you can't just say it's the cousin of the Hulk. It's like no. It's like who in his family decided no, I'm going to do the same thing he did. It's like no, you can't just have a cousin Hulk.
Well, see that Catwoman.
Yeah.
I like
Well, see, like Catwoman and Batwoman, that they can happen because they're just people dressing up in a suit. Anybody could be that person. But when all of a sudden you're like Rage Woman and you turn into the Hulk Woman, it's like, why? Why did you do it? This was a freak accident. It's like Spider Woman. It's like, you guys just decided to go find the same spider that day and you get bit by the same radioactive spider. It's like, what? It's like, no. I
think they did good with like some of the shows that they tried to explain some of that. I mean, I think they did get like a twist, so they couldn't really explain like freak accidents, like you said. They just kind of like did a whole like different thing.
Yeah, so. I mean, like I don't know, just say Hulk had a kid. You know, it's so much easier just to say something like that. I mean,
maybe Hulk.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They don't want to ever like bring a character that they already have and do that one. They always want to reinvent it. And it's like for one that's popular. It's like, and that's what kills it off. It's like you just can't be doing that. It doesn't work. It just doesn't.
They want to try to do better.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of characters they could do and make it work, but yeah. So that for me, that's what's ruining it. So that's what ruins a lot of the comics. Is they just try to do too much with one character. That's just me venting.
True.
So. All right. So I think we've tackled almost any useful subject about comics without upsetting me about Superman. So. So anything else other than this me introducing you out of this thing?
I don't know. Do like another trivia or something.
Yeah.
Like a mini trivia say.
Yeah.
If we haven't pissed anyone off by now. So.
Yeah, we'll get all kinds of Marvel fans now just ripping us apart. All right. Well, on that note, everybody check out Jalisa on Deal Me In. Like I said, it's a really good, laid back, easy podcast. I do have a lot of good laughs with it. You know, there's a few ones she does about, dating where she sounds kind of angry. I don't know. There's some story there too, but she handles it pretty well. So I mean, I'd say tune in the ones she talks about dating because it gets a little more real.
What you should and should not do.
Yes, what you should and should not do. But yeah, like I said, she's a little more lively on this show. It's like I was used to a little more quiet, voice, but I like this. This works out well.
It's Marvel. I mean, you have to get excited about Marvel. But it's different. I feel like the energy is always different when I have someone else to bounce that off of. When it's just me and I'm like,
yeah. It's not all sensual, Jalisa. So like she get all by herself on her shoulders. Like, hey, this is Jalisa. How you doing? She's all like, she breaks out all the sexy voice, on her own show. But see,
it's a tough job. It's a tough.
Yeah.
Break.
She's got it all figured out. She knows what to bring them in, I guess. So check it out. She's on all the options there. She's on Apple, Spotify, Anchor. I don't know if anybody has ones they prefer. Yeah, I'd say go hit her up on Apple because you can do the reviews and the stars and all that all helps, universal. So give her a hit up on that, and I guess we'll call it good at there. Yes. And check me out, subscribe. I don't know, I'm on all of them too. Maybe not as popular as she is, but talking at you. I think you can search it by
Oh,
now.
no.
We'll have a video of this most likely on YouTube, so check that out. Those are always fun because they're going to be most likely unedited. So, and I don't think there'll be much editing, so we should be good. But anyways, check us out there. You know, I'll put the links in the podcast there, so you can check out those. And good show. I'll talk at you later. This is Rob, Jalisa, and been a good show. Talk at you later.